If there's one thing I do love about globe science is the fact it actually wakes people up to the globe lie. Indirectly, of course, but it wakes people up. Now, it's been 24 hours since I put out the challenge regarding the three fundamentals which of course destroy the globe. Essentially, I challenged globe believers to cite three scientific demonstrations. One, being a large standing body of water displaying convexity upon its surface. Two, providing a demonstration of a 2-meter tall plus pendulum travelling that was plumb and dead still. And three, was to provide a scientific demonstration of an air pressure system next to a vacuum without solid separation. I know those scientific demonstrations are impossible because reality tells me so. And of course, reality tells me the globe's impossible. So I didn't expect much back. Bearing in mind, we've been waiting 6 years for any kind of demonstrable science that might suggest reality is different from what it displays itself as. But of course it's not. Reality is very simplistic and very obvious to the people that can display honesty, have logic and discernment, and are not suffering from Dunning-Kruger. So let's have a look at what was cited. We didn't get much. We got one scientific demonstration cited as somehow proof. And like all globe science, all it does is highlight the absurdity of this globe nonsense. So let's have a look. This was the one scientific demonstration cited, and it was supposed to replicate a 2-meter tall pendulum travelling that was dead still and plumb. Before obviously trying to replicate a tower crane on a moving surface, okay? But before we've even begun here, what becomes quite obvious is we don't have a string or any rope here. We have like a metal arm. We've looked like maybe a joint in the middle, I don't know, or just a duct tape holding this metal arm together. I'm not entirely sure. So already we're not representing a pendulum. It's obviously not 2 meters tall because it's inside a car. So already we're way off the mark here before we've even begun. But let's entertain this pantomime science. Naturally, it's all over the place. You will never see a pendulum, or in this case, a rod, dead still, plumb whilst it's travelling. It needs to be a pendulum on string, guys, over 2 meters tall. I think it's pretty obvious at this point in time. So, you citing this stuff, even if it settles down a bit like it is now, it's still not plumb. It's still moving about. It's still not a representation of what I've asked for, and you still couldn't get it to work. And this is your globe science. Rods pretending to be pendulums. Guys, at no point was it dead still and plumb. It's not even a pendulum as such. It's more like a 360 digger's arm. Dear oh dear. This was the one bit of science cited to somehow prove that reality is wrong. Sorry, guys. I appreciate whoever this was, QED, having a go at this. Come on, fella. What were you thinking? It's supposed to be a string line. Yeah? It's supposed to be representing a tower crane. Hundreds, in some cases, over 1,000 feet tall, which is why I gave you the benefit of the doubt by saying that the pendulum has to be 2 meters tall. I'm trying to help you out here. Obviously, the taller the pendulum, the more it's going to swing. You know that, really. That's why you've cited a stiff arm. But this is your globe science. Clearly, it doesn't even come under any kind of branch of science other than, I guess, comedy or pantomime. And that is why I don't take these people seriously. Dear, oh dear.